Alright guys, this is my 10-gallon goldfish tank. I got the filter in the background, a plant right here, and some decorations in the back. I really like it. It's like a treasure chest and whatnot. And I got two, I believe they're comic goldfish. So this one is Jack right here, and this one is Dexter after the video game. It's funny because I watch these two shows where the main character are Jack and Dexter. Dexter being the show Dexter, serial killer show, and Lost being Jack Shepherd. So this one is Jack, and the little guy is Dexter. They also match the video game characters' colors, basically. So I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh wow, like you shouldn't have these goldfish in a 10-gallon tank. But I'm looking at the conditions of the goldfish, and I'm sure not a lot of people are not gonna buy these goldfish and keep them in, you know, better conditions than what they're used to being in. There's over like probably 100, 200 fish that are in these like 30, 40 gallon tanks that are, and plenty of them are dead. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather have them in a tank like this rather than have them, you know, in bad situations. And there were some fish that were like, you know, on the verge of dying. Like they looked like they were dying, and then they looked like they were fine. So definitely this is a much better condition than what they would have been at the pet store. And a lot of people end up putting them in small bowls. So, you know, my sister said she was going to get rid of her tank. I was like, you know what? I might as well do something with it. And, you know, I'm homing these two goldfish. I always wanted to get koi fish, but koi fish get up to 3 feet big. And, you know, it takes a long time for them to get that big. But, you know, they're related to the carp, which is also related to the koi fish. So I was, you know what? Might as well. So, and if I had a koi fish, this would be way too small for a koi fish. So this is my first 10-gallon tank. Eventually, I'll put them into a 30-gallon tank, maybe a year. I don't know how big they're gonna get. It really depends on, you know, how this tank treats them. So I usually do a water change about every 3 days, about 25%. And this is my. I don't put this light on there normally. I'm just doing it to show you what they look like right now. This is my beta fish tank. I have a Cory catfish in there. I didn't know you're supposed to get 3 or 4, and I didn't realize how much room they had. So I ended up just keeping the Cory catfish in here, and he's been alive for about 3 months now, and you know there's no negative signs in him. And then I got my beta fish, who I had for over 6 months now. I got him in September, I believe. I think I got him right when school started. So there he is. He's blue, green, and red. A lot of different colors, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna breed him one day, but if I do, maybe I'll use that 10-gallon tank over there so I have enough room for the fry. And there's a Cory fatfish. He's not really doing anything, and I did have 2 other ones, even though I didn't know how much space they needed at the time. So this tank is basically like a little bit overstocked, even though there's only 2 fish in there and they're very tiny. But I think it's just fine, especially the way that betas are treated and they're kept in such small cups. It's really hard to keep a beta in a big tank at a pet store because it would just require so much work, and it wouldn't be worth any money for the pet shops, even though, you know, it's a sad thing that, you know, it's money over the fish in that situation, but, you know, it is what it is, and that's business. So there's the catfish. He did get a little bigger since the first time I probably recorded him. And then there's the beta fish in the background. He likes to stay behind the filter and the heater. Mainly, he likes to stay closer to the heater. And he is happy. He has all his bubble nest up here. It's very small, probably because it got shooken up a little bit before. But here, I'll show you the top view of the tank. And he has a little cage if he wants to hide in there, if he's scared of anything. But he never flares at me. He's really comfortable with me and whatnot. So I think he's a really happy beta fish. So that's pretty much it. That's my video on my 2 goldfish, Jack and Dexter, my beta fish, and my Cory catfish. Socrates is a philosophish, and then that is Aristotle, another philosophish. So I gotta clean this tank because all the food is hitting the bottom soon. But thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Tell me what you think about my beta, my catfish, and my 2 goldfish. Take care.